And now, how do you, during these trying times, how do you keep families and caregivers engaged and informed about some of the latest developments in the space?
Through social media, through our email list, through our regular community gatherings. We do gather people once a month for free on our platforms. We do a book club, we have a cancer group, and we have a film club. So we can talk and do other things other than telling people to send letters and call their Congress members. We're developing community to help teach them how to talk to other people, because we are still fighting the propaganda from the Hearst Corporation, who happens to be a sponsor of MJ BizCon, which is super annoying. So,
Which is crazy.
it's
Yeah.
problematic.
Yeah, no kidding. So, I mean, what's some of the advice that you would give somebody who's been hesitant to exploring cannabis, because you've now seen it and work with people from dementia, Alzheimer's, all the way through to, cancer patients, through to people who have maladies like yours, Dave? I mean, how do you reach out to those people and let them know that there's no reason to be hesitant? It's just all about the right amount of information.
By continuing to be a beacon, by showing them, by living well. People have to be ready to come to cannabis. We can't push it on them. It's just never going to happen because of the nearly 100 years of propaganda.
And what's coming down the pike for you two? I mean, what's next, Dave? What's coming up next?
Well, we're going to get back into our podcast again. We've sort of wrapped up the Cannabis Helps Dementia series, and we've expanded our services to include many more people that are using cannabis for other than just dementia, because it is good for so many things. And like Chela says, we've been working with a lot of cancer patients that essentially have been given up on by the Western medicine, or they are using, or they don't want to use a standard of practice. So we're going to be doing more podcasts talking to caregivers, patients, and all other doctors about with cannabis used for other ailments and long-term and hospice in particular, because end of life, it was right there for us. For when Chela's mom died, she was using CBD all the way to the very end, which helped with her passing, and morphine working better. So it's good for that too. So we're going to be doing some more podcasts. Our coaching, of course, is at coachchela.com. We're going to be rewriting our screenplay into a TV format to do it more of as a series as opposed to a film. So that's on the horizon, and probably a guidebook or two in addition to CBD for seniors, just to try to make it more accessible for folks. We really are up against a wall with the propaganda, but I like to call Chela a hope dealer, because these folks come to see her at the beginning of the session. They're at the end of their ropes. They've been given up on. And by the end of Chela's session, they are confident that they're going to feel better and that they might have a future to look forward to. So, we never tell them we're going to cure their cancer, but we know we can make them feel better. We know we can help them with side effects. And we know if they want to go all the way and try to address their actual cancer with this plant, we can help them guide to do that too. So, it's just one-to-one, one-on-one. Education is tough on mass. Really, it's just individuals and trying to communicate that this plant has never killed anybody. And you really, if you're starting low and going slow, most of Chela's clients don't want to get high. That's the number one thing they say is, I don't want to get high, but I've heard cancer.
When they say that, it completely blows my mind when people say that, because that same person will go out and drink 4 or 5 glasses of wine.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we're like, listen, we're gonna get there without getting you high. We're gonna help you, lower that inflammation. We're gonna help with other things. Here's what the science is saying. We don't give medical advice because we're not medical professionals. But
cannabis isn't medicine.
Doctors don't know anything anyway. That's right. Yeah.
That's right. There you go. Well, I gotta say, thank you both for what you're doing. You're making such a difference in so many people's lives, and sharing your experiences is letting people understand that there is hope out there. So I got to say thank you so much for being a part of today's show. Let's be blunt. And again, one more time, give out some stats. If people want to find out more about you, where do they go?
CoachChela.com.
And on Facebook, it is Coach Chela Canna Guides. And on Instagram.
Make sure you reach out if you want to get more information. Thank you both so much for being a part of the show today. I'd love to have you back. It's another point in time. So if you ever have new breaking news you want to break it right here. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, I will leave you with one pearl.
Sure.
CBG stopped urinary incontinence when we
Oh, wow.
added it to the CBD and THC for my dad.
Oh, wow. Well,
It's really anecdotal, but that's really all we have right
That's
now.
what I
Just-
noticed.
well, that's really what all until we start getting what they call the gold standard, if that really is a gold standard, until we reach that, anecdotes is probably the most important thing we have.
Absolutely. Thank you, Montel, for all you do. And we've been a big fan and followed your activism and advocacy for years. So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you both for being here. And of course, make sure you continue to tune in to Let's Be Blunt with Montel. We enjoyed this discussion today. Make sure you share it with your friends. Make sure people understand if you want good information, you get it right here. Thanks a lot, guys. You take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you next time.